Here with Wayne Johnson, the leader of the points here for the ASCS National Tour. Wayne, man, early season here so far, but man, you got to feel good about being out front.
Yeah, you know, not counting points too early because I think there's 54 races left on this schedule, but feels good to be as consistent as we have been and won a couple races, and you know, you'd rather start off good than not, so pretty happy about that.
I was going to say it's always tough to catch up, so I'd rather be out front, kind of leading the pack a little bit. Second visit to Valley, what do you think? How's it going to go tonight?
Well, we hope good. You know, we were pretty good here the last time. Lasowski beat us there on the last lap, and hopefully that don't happen, but hopefully our car is as good as it was the last time because we're pretty good here the last time.
I was going to say it's got to be tough going around to all these different tracks that you guys go to around the country, and then you have these local guys like Brian Brown and Danny Lasowski come in, jump in there, and like you say, sometimes they steal that money, but got to be tough fighting with a lot of these guys that are local.
Yeah, definitely. You know, those guys are some of the best guys in the business, and they got home field advantage. You know, they race at these little racetracks like, you know, this Brown's hometown, so I'm sure he's raced here a whole lot more than we have, so it's home field advantage. But you know, we bring our A game every night, and just hopefully we can compete with those guys, you know. But I think we're okay. Like I say, they have the home field advantage, but you know, we all still race 50, 60, 70, 80 times a year, and it's just like anything, repetition, you get better. So we'll just see what we got for them.
Answer me this, who's making the chassis and the power here for this point leading team?
This car is a Maxim chassis. It's a conglomerate of a lot of different engine builders, but Vern Ring and Missile Motorsports takes care of the whole package, our whole engine package. So basically he's the guy, so pretty happy about what he does for us and this team, and also Todd Carlisle and his family here tonight, so hopefully we get a win for these guys.
The guy leading the points, going to try and keep it up here at Valley Speedway tonight, Wayne Johnson. Wayne, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
I'm here with Chad Eli from Adelaide, Australia. Chad, I got to see you run down here with the Warrior Division last time. In fact, I think you won that thing but had a little trouble with the weight.
No, we actually run second. We lost some brakes there halfway through, and you know, we're looking to come back tonight, and we're trying to move one spot forward, basically. You know, we've done some work on this car, and hopefully we can get ourselves right in the game.
How are you standing in the points race so far in the ASCS?
Well, I mean, we were in good shape after that last one at Wheatland. We broke a rear end, so that's put us back in 6th spot now, but we ain't too far behind, and I think with these after this weekend with 3 rounds, I'm sure we can get back up on top.
Boy, this is going to be a busy weekend, and a lot of travel, a lot of driving.
Yeah, it certainly is, but you know, hopefully we're up for it. We've prepared ourselves for it, so yeah, we can give it a good crack.
I think you guys leave here, you go to I-80, and then are you going out to the Great American Dirt Track, or what's?
Well, no, we're going to follow the Warrior region, and we're going to do. We're undecided whether we're going to do Double X on Friday night, and then we're going to go to Le Mans on Saturday, and then back to the Double X on Sunday. So we're yeah, we got a busy weekend ahead, but hopefully we can get through it.
Man, it's got to be a thrill to come over here and get to race some of these little bull rings. Man, that Double X, I don't know if you've run down there before or not, but you better hang on down there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I went down there the other night and had a look at that track, and just to see what I was in for, and I mean, that ain't that a hell of a lot different to what I'm used to back home, but you know, I think we'll be all right.
I was going to say, man, that was one of Hockett's hangouts down there. I mean, that guy, he could blister that track. So we'll see what you can do down there, Chad. But, man, have some fun here tonight, and hope you can pull something out.
I appreciate it.
Danny Lasowski, you won this thing the last time, Danny. But, boy, I'll tell you what, this ASCS bunch, rough bunch out here. It's going to be tough maybe to pull down another one.
Yeah, anytime you come to this national event, it's, you know, they're the best of the best in the 360. So when you come here, you better be ready because they are.
Yeah. Nice and close to home. That's got to be a good deal. You know the track pretty good. What do you think we're going to be seeing later on?
I mean, hopefully it'll get like it usually gets here, top and a bottom, and these fans will see a great show. And I just want to thank Jeff White for letting me drive his race car.
I was going to say, I don't recognize this car tonight. Once again, Jeff White.
Jeff Whitehead from Wichita, Kansas, gave me the opportunity to drive his race car a couple months ago at Wichita, and I'm going to run it periodically through the season, and as well as helping his son Jordan.
Yeah. All right. One of the guys that we got to watch tonight, Danny Lasowski. Danny, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you, man.
Got Brady Bacon here, 3rd place in the points. Brady, man, there's only 30 points between 3rd and 5th. really a tight race for that third position?
I think there's a few more than that. We're pretty close to the leaders, but I think there's a little bit of a stretch back behind that. But we're gonna, just keep plugging away here. We're close to the leaders. We've been running solid all year. If we can not have any bad luck, we should be fine.
I think the last time I seen you was down Sedalia. You run with Outlaws down there. A little more experience. Why run with the Outlaws like that?
Oh, got to keep getting better. So we ran really good. We were running 4th and started running out of fuel and dropped back to 7th. Then we were leading with them the next night at Hobstadt and had a mechanical failure. So we were right there with them, just trying to run with them as much as we can when we have an off night with the ASCS.
Tough to keep all the bugs out of these cars as much of a beating as they take on these dirt tracks. What do you think about Valley Speedway here tonight for this national tour? What's it going to be?
Oh, it's just hard to tell. This place is kind of tricky. Been here a couple times and it looks like it's going to be heavy and it gets slick, and then it looks like it's slick and it's going to be heavy. So there's no telling what it's going to be. Should be a good race, so it's a good little racing track.
I know on a usual Saturday night program, usually there's still a little moisture around the bottom. Maybe I shouldn't tell you that, but might look for that later on. But Brady Bacon.
Always look for the moisture on the bottom. That's my money maker.
Brady Bacon, 3rd in the points. Thank you, Brady.
Thanks.
Caught up with Johnny Herrera. Johnny, I think you are 4th in the points with ASCS. What do you think about running with these guys?
Well, we had we were with them the last couple of years, and I think every year before I ran, about 20 races with them or whatever. But last year we won the whole series and about won the championship, fell one short. So we come back this year and try to give her another shot. Right now we're sitting 4th. We started off kind of slow early in the year. Not that we started off slow, we just had some bad luck. We crashed out, and the Devil's Bowl we just took the lead there and blew up. So we had 2 DNFs early in the season, and last year of course there wasn't as many races, but last year we didn't have any DNFs. And starting this year we started off with when the first 10 races or 8 races we had 2 DNFs. So we've been playing catch up, but we've been running good and we've been pretty consistent. So we just keep doing our job and we'll be all right.
That's old lady luck, isn't it? I mean, that's one thing about racing. I talk to a lot of guys who win points championships. I never cut a tire, they say. And you got to have her on your side.
Well, yeah, and like I said, last year we had really good luck. We didn't fall out of any races. I mean, we had to take a couple of provisionals, but as far as falling out of races or anything like that, it didn't happen, And, like I said, I think we ended up taking 2 provisionals throughout the year. But this year we haven't taken any provisionals, but we had a couple DNFs. Like I said, that get you behind, and you can't afford to have those. You got to get all you can get every night. So running with Jason and Wayne Johnson and stuff. I mean, they're tough guys, so you just got to be on top of your game.
Here tonight, this kind of reminds me of what they talk about in Major League Sports about. Man, you get the injury, you go out there and you play anyway. I know you're having a little back pain here tonight, but you're going to climb in that car and do it anyhow.
Well, yeah, when I'm sitting down, I'm fine. I'm sitting down, or kind of like I'm standing here now. I have one leg up. I've got some pressure on my lower back there, and it actually feels pretty good. It's just when I go to try to walk around, or it's kind of tender down there. But hey, that's what I do. So just got to tough it out and go on.
I was going to say, this far into the season, got to make it work and go on out there and do it. But one of the guys I've watched you race for many years, Johnny, and I appreciate all you've done and the wins and just out there running in the sprint cars. But, man, go have some fun here at Valley tonight.
All right, thank you.
Tony Bruce Jr. Tony, 6th in the points here for the ASCS National Tour. Are you going to be able to make it up? I mean, I know it's still early in the season, but, man, 6th, long way to go.
There's a lot of time. We probably still got, I think, like 45 races left in the schedule, so I'm not really too worried about points. Come September, we might get worried about it.
We got a deal coming up here on Memorial Day weekend, and I know you play a large part in. You promote, you race in it. The Stephen King Memorial Race at Jetmore, Kansas. Went down last year, man, had a ball.
Yeah, it's a real special race for me. I know it is for the community, obviously, because that was Steve's home. And, I grew up racing there myself, and so I got to become real good friends with Steve through, just my first years of racing and everything. And so I'm real good friends with their family, and, I mean, that race means a lot to me for a lot of reasons. And, we're looking forward to it. And this year it's a national show again, so I think we'll have, a real good turnout as far as cars, and hopefully a lot of fans show up and enjoy our time.
And a great track to run on. It seemed like what I remember was some terrific racing down there on that track too.
Oh, it definitely is. It's real wide, and I mean, it's high banked. I mean, it's just a racy track, and so fortunately, like I say, it's one of my favorite places to go, and that's why we have a race there.
Going to see you in the parade again this year. I've seen you going down Main Street, man, right there in the cockpit.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Everybody's invited to the parade. It starts. We got downtown festivities starting around 10 o'clock. Parade starts at 2. Look forward to everybody out there.
Do you have any idea and I hate to put you on the spot like this, but kind of the money-wise, what that brings in for the Stephen King Memorial Fund?
I mean, there's really, it's hard to tell. It's hard to, you know, I mean, figure out a way of measuring that. But, you know, I mean, it's the biggest event that Jetmore ever has, you know, all year long. And so, I mean, it's obviously the biggest. And so, I mean, it's quite a bit that brings to that community.
If you folks don't have anything to do this weekend, go to Jetmore, and I'm going to tell you, you'll see some great racing down there. He'll just be one of the guys there. Tony, thanks a lot for talking with us, buddy, and have some fun this weekend.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Valley, Missouri. The Warrior region is here of the ASCS National Tour. It comes to town here at Grain Valley, and the point leader for the Warrior region is Brian Brown, and he's outside on the front row. Inside him from Nixa, Missouri, that is Kyle Bellum. 2 Missouri drivers. Second row, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma driver, battling for those national points. That's Wayne Johnson. Outside of him, another Missouri driver, Brad Loyette from Sunset Hills, Missouri. Row number 3, Aaron Rutzel with Tony Bruce Jr. outside him in the 18, Rutzel in the 87. Then the 5H is Logan Foiler with Jonathan Cornell, Sedalia, Missouri driver outside of him, all the way from Arizona, the 45X. Inside the next row is Johnny Herrera. Outside of Johnny in the number 23 is Seth Bergman. Gary Taylor all the way from Washington in the 01 Cooper Racing entry. The number 4 beside him is Jordan Boston. Austin Allenbaugh, Higginsville, Missouri, Warrior Region driver in the number 33. Outside of him, heavy hitter in the National Tour, number 41, Jason Johnson. And in the number 8W is Jordan Whitehead. Outside of Jordan, scheduled in the 99, Brady Bacon from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Then we got the cars from the B feature tagging into the back of this field, and we got some great cars back there that could come to the forward on the track, as they did re-water the track. So watch some of these great drivers come from the back. You've got Jack Dover in the 53. You got Tyler Blank in the 75. And all the way in the rear, taking a provisional, the dude, Danny Lasowski. So this is Greg Clemens with Mike Kraft from Cheesework Video. We're here on the back straightaway at Valley Speedway, waiting for the green flag to drop. Wonderful night here in Grain Valley as the National Tour goes its separate way after this event to I-80 tomorrow night in Greenwood, Nebraska. Some of the Warrior Region drivers will be elsewhere here this weekend. Double X Speedway in California, LA Speedway in Lamont, Missouri. Also, you can't forget the number 2 back there, Dustin Morgan, and how about Haley Arnold, Miranda Arnold. Here we're going battling in the front, Brian Brown, Kyle Bellum on the outside. Wayne Johnson in the 77 in third. Tony Bruce Jr. battling with Johnson in the 18. There's Brown on the bottom. Now we got a seesaw battle. Brown on the high side. Kyle Bellum now on the high side in second. Tony Bruce Jr. working the top of the racetrack in the 18. He's in fourth. Brian Brown has chosen the low line early on in this A feature. Kyle Bellum sticking to that high line with Tony Bruce Jr. Bruce Jr. now going for second, the 18. Tony Bruce Jr. has race again, as Brian Brown is your leader. Tony Bruce Jr. in second, Kyle Bellum in third, holding off Wayne Johnson. And there's Jonathan Cornell on the high side into number 28. He's working on Johnson. The 77 of Wayne Johnson holding off Cornell. Brian Brown on the high side and going by the 18, Tony Bruce Jr. Now here comes the 21, Brian Brown, down on the bottom again. Battling, seesaw battle with Tony Bruce Jr. Now they're side by side. Bruce takes the lead. Here we are in lap traffic. Tony Bruce Jr. out in front. Brian Brown in second. The leaders up to their elbows in lap traffic. They're up on the wheel. Brian Brown now has to catch Tony Bruce Jr. with a clear sight of Tony as they go down the front stretch. We've got some great racing mid-pack. There's a lot going on in this main event. There's Brad Loyette battling with Wayne Johnson. Loyette in the orange 05. Jason Johnson in the 41 there, battling with Loyette. Here comes Johnny Herrera in the 45. Brian Brown has caught up with Tony Bruce Jr. in traffic again. Bruce out in front. Going by Justin Morgan. And this is just a tornado here at Valley Speedway. Non-stop action. Tony Bruce Jr. stretching it out. Brian Brown still dealing with that lap traffic, a quarter of a lap behind. Black from top to bottom. Now we've got rubber on the racetrack, and it seems the cars are faster and faster every lap. Tony Bruce Jr. now losing a little ground to Brian Brown. Some racing tonight here at Valley Speedway. These guys were burning up, literally burning up the track. We got rubber from top to bottom on Valley Speedway. It seems like the lap times increased as the racing continued. And down trackside, we're going to make sense of this mess. Some of you might have lost track in that event. We got Tony Bruce Jr., first time ever making a feature victory here at Valley Speedway. National Tour ASCS Racing brings him to Valley here to race against the Warrior Region drivers.
Caught up with the winner here, Tony Bruce Jr. Tony, man, what a run. I guess you might have to say that track was exactly what you needed the way your car was set up.
Yeah, it was perfect. You know, my crew chief, Wayne, he gives me a heck of a race car underneath me every single time I go out. And so, you know, there's a lot of people that go into this race car. I mean, we got so many sponsors, FK Rod-Ins, Oil Medics, Pro Auto, Maxim Chassis, Hoosier Tire, Gertie Engines. I mean, you know, the list goes on and on. Vortex Wings, FK Shocks. I mean, we got so many people that put a lot of hard work and money into this race car, and if I don't go out there and do my job, you know, I got to answer all the questions on why I'm not doing it. So we made it happen tonight, and fortunately we got the win.
Yeah. All I can say is, man, you must have had an energy drink or something before you went out there, because it seemed like you were constantly in traffic. There were no breaks.
No, there was no breaks, you know, and I like a race that goes like that because, you know, you just got to stay on it the entire race, and you got to be mentally strong to, you know, not give up towards the end. And fortunately, you know, like it just played out just the way we wanted it to.
Yeah. Caught Brian early and then pulled away from him. Was that a hard pass for you?
I mean, you know, Brian Brown is one heck of a race car driver. I mean, all these guys that run with the national series and even the regional guys are, you know, they're damn good racers. And, you know, no pass out there is easy. And, you know, fortunately, you know, we were able to pass them all.
Yeah. I was going to say one time, man, I think straightaway lead. You, like I say, you're working that traffic really great. But anyway, folks, the winner here tonight for the National Tour at Valley Speedway, Tony Bruce Jr. Way to go, Tony.
Thank you very much. Cheesing.
Well, Brian, it looked like, man, there was just too much lap traffic.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say too much lap traffic. We just got beat by a little bit better of a car. Tony did a really good job. You know, sometimes when you're leading these races, not really the place to be. And, you know, he found the rubber first, and we were able to I thought maybe still we would have a shot there in traffic, and he just got through it better. I had trouble getting around a couple guys that were racing like we're racing for the Indy 500 back there, and they have the right for the track just like we do. So, you know, just proud of everybody on this Casey General Store, FVP, Searsboro Telephone Company, Impact Signs, Awnings and Wraps, Dittsfield Transfer, Champion Oil, Maxim. Everybody on this thing works really, really hard, and Chad Morgan, Mark Clemens, they do a really good job, and I'm just the lucky one to get to drive it. Just unfortunately, seems like that's a common theme, us running second here at Green Valley.
I was going to say it's happened a couple of times, but like I say, it just seemed like there was no breaks, man. You just had no chance to have an open track to be able to catch up to him every time you would, well, then he'd get away. But anyway, good run, Brian, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it was good. Like I said, just pretty awesome to have that cool of event here in Green Valley. You know, that hell of a crowd. You know, those guys, you know, Dennis Strout, Scott Traylor, RacingBoys.com. They did a great job to put this show on. It's pretty cool to only come 2 miles from the house and be able to have this kind of fun. So we'll take this on, and we'll go on tomorrow to I-80. We've been really strong all year long. We just don't have the wins we'd like, but we'll get there sooner or later, and we're just really proud of this whole entire team.
Once again, second place finisher here tonight, Brian Brown. Next time, Brian.
Thank you.
Caught up with third place finisher here, Kyle Bellum. Kyle, man, you got to be really pleased with this tonight. I mean, this is a tough bunch, a lot of national drivers here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good show to come out here and put a solid top 5 in. We led it there for a little bit, and just didn't find the rubber in time. But yeah, it was a great run for the Smith Racing team.
You're running with the Warrior division. How are you doing with them so far this year?
I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're third in points right now, and we ran third with them last year, so hoping to improve a little bit. But so good run tonight. I don't know where it'll put us.
Going to be taking home a little extra money too, I'm sure, running with this national tour, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to run up with them, so it's hard-earned money. But yeah, it was a good fun race for us.
Nixa, Missouri, you got to be proud of this boy. Kyle Bellum, third place finisher here tonight with the ASCS National Tour at Valley Speedway. Way to go, Kyle.
Thank you, sir.